Look, I'd be optimistic into next year. I mean, bookings are very strong into the summer, although it's just too early to call where they may go. Disappointed that we're not going to hit the traffic numbers that we would have hoped for next year, 210 down to 206. But, myself and Michael were in Seattle a couple of weeks ago. We've seen massive improvements on the factory over the past number of months.
Can I just jump in there?
Yep.
What does that look like to you? You're an operator of aircraft. What do you think looks? What are you looking at? Because you've got a trained eye. What's the actual improvement looking like? I think our viewers would love to know.
Well, I mean, fuselage is coming out of Wichita, for example. Spirit, snag-free, which means that by the time they get to Seattle, less build time required to assemble the aircraft and get them out the door. Morale on the floor is very good, but then everybody's just had a big pay increase, so why wouldn't morale be good? So, I was there in September last. I was there in January this time last year, and I've seen huge improvements in relation to supply chain and everything else. So while I'm disappointed that we're not going to get more aircraft for this summer, I have a high level of confidence that the remaining nine aircraft that we need to get to the 181 game changers, along with the existing fleet, will come in. I saw a number of them myself in the factory. Others are either on rail carts from Wichita or are already built.
Did you actually see your planes? Or did they pretend to everyone that they're their planes?
Oh no, you can see your own planes when you're there.
Yeah, the British Airways people come in, they're your planes, and the Singapore Airlines, oh, that's your planes over there. And everyone's just been told the same story, no?
The Ryanair tail is very distinctive.
Oh, okay.
It's not too hard to miss it.
Oh, they had delivery on already?
It had some of delivery on already. So, that's an improvement. I'd be hopeful then that we get the remaining 29 aircraft in the order book for the summer of next year. So we'll catch up some of the traffic we've missed this year. We'll be 206 this year. We'll be 215 next year. So I think Boeing have turned the corner. The management team have done a relatively good job. It's just been a bit slow getting to where we are. But hopefully this is the last cut that you're going to see on the traffic targets.
What difference do the new aircraft make to the airline other than more bums on seats? So having flown around a lot across the globe in the last number of weeks, a good aircraft to me makes a huge difference on long-haul flights. But on some of the shorter-haul flights, I don't know if it really moves the needle. So how do you
because you're not 6'2", Karen. Yeah. With respect.
Still makes a difference when you're tiny.
Operationally for Ryanair, these aircraft are phenomenal. They're 16% more fuel efficient. Oil is our single largest cost, and everybody's keen to reduce carbon footprints. That's massive. They're up to 40% more noise efficient. So again, that's huge for the airports and the populations around the airports, that you're getting much quieter aircraft coming in. And then of course they have 4% more seats for us. So we're getting more opportunities to sell more ancillary revenue opportunities, hit more volume discounts in airports, and just operationally turn the aircraft within the 25-minute turnaround. So hugely important for us, and indeed then after that we've got the MAX 10s coming in, which will be 20% more fuel efficient. So, massive reasons as to why we're very keen to get our hands on these aircraft.
Great explanation. And let me push on to the fares, because they've been bumpy over the last number of quarters. Q1 down 15%, Q2 down 7%, Q3, the latest quarter, up by 1%. So slim stabilisation here. Yeah. Where do you expect those fares to go from as we tick toward the all-important summer period?
Yeah, I'm pleased in the last quarter that, having guided fares modestly down, that they were marginally up thanks to strong close-in Christmas and New Year bookings. I think we're now kind of lagging, we're lapping the OTA issue. So you remember the online travel agents boycotted Ryanair in November, December 2023. That had a big impact on the third quarter last year, but equally it had an impact on our Q1 and our Q2 into this year. We've seen the Bank of England, the ECB reduce interest rates as well. So consumers are confident, they're booking in numbers. We had our strongest ever booking.
But they're booking last minute though, aren't they? Doesn't
no,
that say
I was just about to say, Karen, we had our strongest ever booking day last week. And these are people booking for Easter and into the summer ahead of us. Capacity is usually constrained this summer. We're flying less aircraft than we thought we were going to. We had the Air Finance conference in Dublin a couple of weeks ago, and everybody's talking about Airbus are behind, Boeing are behind. The GTF engine issue for Airbus operators is going to bubble on for a couple of years. So I think all of that has to be positive for fares into next year. It's just too early to call what that might be at this point in time.